Hi everybody, today I will be reading you a story about the sun and the wind. There's the sun, the wind isn't in the picture right now, but it's another story by Aesop. Is it retold by anybody? I'm not sure, but okay. So it's really good stories. It was a fine summer's day. The sun beamed down. He was pleased to see everyone enjoying themselves. "Look at me," he said, smiling. So there he is, beaming his rays on all the people, and they're on the beach, enjoying themselves. And the wind's kind of like, just watching everybody enjoying themselves. Probably not liking that very much. "Huh," huffed the wind grumpily. "Listen to me." He blew a sudden squall, whipping up the waves, snatching up sun hats and impending umbrellas. See? Wait, here we go. There's a picture of him. He's blowing with all his might, like, well, we're crazy enough, but he's blowing and everybody's losing their hats and he's opening umbrellas and the waves are going like crazy. And everybody's like, "Oh, it's so cold all of a sudden," and everything's blowing everywhere, and the sun's like, "Oh, that doesn't look good." So, "Stop," said the sun. "Those people want to be warm." He shone so brightly ice creams began to drip. "Oops," he laughed, "I'm too strong." So he's shining them because they want to be warm, but then he starts making the little kids' ice cream drip. And he's like, "Whoops, I don't know my own strength." And the wind's like, "What? You can just tell me to stop? Huh? Well, I'll show you." "But I'm stronger," boasted the wind, blowing dark storm clouds across the sky. See, he's whipping up the waves again. Everybody's running away, "Run away!" And he's like blowing even harder than he was. It sounds like, because he's not giving the people what they want. He needs to be taught a lesson. The sun thought. "You stronger than me?" repeated the sun. "Prove it." "See that man? I bet you can't take off his cloak." Wait. See, the sun's like, he can't just make people unhappy like that. So the sun challenges the wind. Yeah, it's kind of hard to do that. To take off the guy's cloak, but not like go over to him and grab it off. But he means by blowing as hard as he can and blowing the cloak off of him to see how strong he is. Not like just go up and take it off and force him to take it off, something like that. And the wind says, "I bet I can," roared the wind. Puffing out his cheeks, he blew a great gust. The birds turned somersaults in the air, and the man nearly fell over backwards. He's like, I'm blowing a huge gust, and all the clothes in the clothesline go like flying in the air, and the lady and her dog go blowing. Her hair is blowing in the air, and the birds are flying and doing flips in the air, and the guy almost goes, whoa, almost goes backwards, So, big wind. "That won't work," laughed the sun. "Look, he's cold. He's buttoning his coat." The wind blew harder still. The man put up his hood and pulled his coat tighter. See, so when he blows, the man's actually getting cold, so he buttons up his coat so it'll keep him warm. And then he puts up his coat, his hood, and starts running away from the wind, and the wind's blowing as hard as he can, and the sun's just kind of enjoying this, like he's not doing very well, isn't it? And the wind's like doing as hard as he can, his cheeks are getting bulgy and bigger and bigger and bigger, and he's blowing harder, but it's not working. The guy's like, fighting the wind and keeping his coat on. And the sun's like, he's not doing it. No, he's not doing great at all, but okay. The wind blew his hardest, and the man hurried into his shelter. "I give up," groaned the wind, exhausted. "My turn," said the sun. The wind was still. The man looked out. I see the man ran inside his shelter, so now he's out of the wind, and the wind can't blow anymore. He's like, "I'm exhausted. Okay, I'm done. Your turn." And then the sun's like, that's so funny. And then the sun is like, "Okay, now it's my turn." And he starts beaming out his rays, all the wind's gone. The guy's like, "Oh, it's nice and sunny now," so he starts coming out of the shelter. Or whatever that's supposed to be, a little shack or something like that. The sun shone down gently, and the birds started singing again. The man pulled back his hood. "He's warm now," said the sun. The sun shone with all his might. The man smiled and unbuttoned his coat. See, he's got so warm, the guy took down his hood, and the birds started to sing. And he was shining so much that the guy started sweating, so he's unbuttoning his coat. And the sun is getting stronger and stronger. So the guy's kind of taking off his cloak now. When he reached the beach, he took it off altogether. I win, laughed the sun. So look, see, the guy takes off his coat because he's so hot, he just takes it off. And the sun's like, haha, I beat. And the wind's like, what? He just beat me or something. And I was like using all my strength, and he just did it so easy like that. The wind blew away in a huff, leaving the man to bask in glorious golden sunshine. Whoa, wait, sorry. sorry. Okay. And the man got so hot he's eating an ice cream and takes off his socks and shoes and all that too. And the ice cream man's like, oh yeah, so nice to be selling ice cream today because everybody wants it, it's so hot and sunny. But the wind's like, he's being a bad sport, he's like, okay, I don't care, and leaves. And the sun just keeps basking in sunlight. But the moral of the story is, gentleness is better than force. So, it's kind of like, if you wanted something, here's a good explanation. If your mom had something that you wanted, or if you wanted to if you asked your mom for something, if you asked your mom for something, you don't just go, I want it, because that's bad, that's being like using force, but it's better by going, hey mom, could I please have this certain thing or something like that? So if you ask your friend, like, let's say he has some sort of toy that you want to play with, or you ask him if you could play with it for a little bit, you can't just go, give me the toy, then it'll start a fire or something like that. So you should go up to him and go, hey, could I please play with the toy for a little bit? And if he's kind enough, he'll share it with you. You go, yeah, sure, here you go. So what the wind is doing, he's forcing the man to take it off, and he's kind of like, oh no, you don't do that, not forcing me. And the sun's kind of like being more gentle and all that. So then the man takes his coat off, but it's plus because he was getting hot and plus getting cold. So hope you like that story. I'll see you next time. Bye.